And continuing on through the card, we got a good matchup here with Guram Kutateladze taking on Elvis Brenner. Elvis Brenner, he's taking that next step in his career. He's going to try to break into that top 25 range. And he debuted, he won a split decision over Zubair Tukhugov in his UFC debut, which that's a pretty big win to get in your first fight with the UFC. He was anticipating fighting Jordan Levitt, but Levitt was forced to bow out, and now he's going to fight very tough task and a bigger opportunity in Guram Kutateladze. Brenner is facing a guy that many fans see as a dark horse in the division, and Brenner, though, he's won 3 fights in a row. He's 14-3. He trains out of Chute Boxe Diego Lima, which is a fantastic gym. I mean, they're throwing out prospect after prospect right now. They got Charles do Bronx leading the charge, and this is a chance for Brenner to prove he's the real deal. And Guram Kutateladze is finally getting the octagon and going to perform on Saturday night, hopefully. He's had 2 other scheduled fights this year fall by the wayside due to sustaining injuries, and health and inactivity has been the main issue for Kutateladze during his UFC run. Many people remember the upset of Mateus Gamrot in his debut, but that was in 2020, and since then Kutateladze has only fought 1 time. He had to withdraw out of 4 other scheduled fights, and his last fight was against Damir Ismagulov, who is also on this card. He's the top 10, top 15 talent. It was a very close fight, but Ismagulov won by split decision, so Guram is going to have to get the victory here and perform well. I think he's in a tricky position because he's clearly UFC level. He's maybe even top 15 level, but with him pulling out of 4 fights recently, with him not fighting frequently at all, 2 losses in a row could get him cut. So I think he has to be sharp, he has to be in shape, healthy, and hopefully he's been training at the optimum level because he is taking this fight on relatively short notice. And Elvis Brenner's no slouch. He brings that typical Chute Boxe Diego Lima style. On the feet, he has good Muay Thai. He embraces a brawl. He has strong grappling. He comes in great shape. He's very tough. He likes to use the jab and then pressure, trying to land the big left hooks. He has nice leg kicks, and he does tend to hang back, though, and let opponents go first. I think that could be to his detriment against such a heavy kicker in Guram Kutateladze, because Brenner needs to pressure more, get into the boxing range, and be first more in this fight. As far as knockout power goes, Brenner hasn't shown much power, so he has to match the volume or be able to mix it up to get the win. He's not going to be able to use explosive moments where he lands 1 big punch and drops Guram or knocks him out. He only has 1 knockout win in his career. And Brenner will mix it up. In this fight, I don't anticipate he could take Kutateladze down. But if he can, he will look for doubles, takedowns against the cage. He likes to get the back, look for the rear naked chokes. He'll go armbar from the back mount. And he'll throw up submissions off his back, too. He has no issue going to his back and trying to work his guard game. But I have seen him outposition on the ground in a back-and-forth grappling match with Gabriel Santos. And Brenner had moments. He won the second round by being on top, but he lost the first and third. His cage wrestling didn't look the best, and he did let Zubair Tukhugov hold him against the cage for large portions of the round. So Brenner needs to show some big improvements to win this fight against Guram, in my opinion. Guram is a striker. He's athletic. He has good defense, and he stays active with the kicks. He's constantly switching stances. He's tricky. He throws kicks with both legs to all parts of the body. Nice lead hook counters, good rear cross. Plus, he is very evasive. He's hard to hit. Good head movement. Couple that with his cardio, his durability, the ability to keep pressing for 3 rounds. He's difficult to deal with. He did have some issues with the jab of Ismagulov, which led to his close loss in his last fight. But overall, Kutateladze's point fighting striking style is really tough to beat. And Guram can mix it up too, and even though he hasn't gotten a takedown in the UFC, he has fast level changes. I definitely could see him taking Brenner down. He has good clinch knees and elbows. He has excellent takedown defense, good get-ups when he does get taken down. He just needs to respect the grappling of Brenner and know that the armbar threat is there. There's a back take threat. And if I were Kutateladze, I would keep it standing where he should have an advantage. And I feel like Guram should win this fight going away. Experience-wise, he's been in there with vastly superior competition. He's better everywhere. On the feet, his defense is better. His kicks are better. He stays more active. I think his kicks will be the big difference maker in the fight. He should be able to stuff the takedowns and keep it standing. If he wants to get a takedown, I think he can get it too. And his cardio is on point. He won't slow down. Brenner doesn't have that knockout power to change the fight with one shot, and if he can't get it to the ground and control position on Guram, which is really tough, we saw Mateus Gamrot wasn't even able to do that, then I think it's going to be a struggle. Guram has shown he can get back up against some of the best grapplers in the division, and as long as he's on point physically in shape and ready to go, which is a question due to his injuries, his inactivity, I think he's going to win a decision going away in this fight, and I think it'll be a pretty dominant 30-27 victory.